Good morning, welcome all of you. So, this morning we are going to discuss a brilliant topic. Of course, it is on mission of the Divine Mother. So, we are going to have a brief discussion on the work of the Divine Mother in this on this earth. So, beautiful topic we are going to discuss, and we will discuss it from Savitri. Sri Aurobindo's magnum opus, the greatest epic, the legend and the symbol Savitri. From Savitri, we are going to discuss few lines, of course, from in brief, almost in, and it will be on quarter an hour discussion for us, and we will discuss the mission of the Divine Mother on earth. Otherwise, it will be known as the Mother's work on this earth. So this is the topic of discussion for this morning. Very beautiful topic, and it is on the basis of Sri Aurobindo Savitri, of course. Beautiful Sri Aurobindo, of course, initially we know we are living in this lower hemisphere. It is a dangerous world. So here also we are living with we living confined and living contented among our ignorance, our shortcomings, our narrowness. These are the things we normally we come across and we go through while living this material life. Sri Aurobindo course, of course, we have got a spiritual destiny towards which the evolution is carrying us. Of course, this progress is very smooth, very slow. Evolutionary process, it is a slow process, but actually, mother has come down. She has the purpose of the mother's authorhood is totally different. She wants to equate the human, this helpless human being, with their with the stature of the gods. So she wants to lead their souls to their divinity's heights, and of course, hiding her own immortality, eternity, everything, and of course, immortality, eternity, divinity, neutrality, everything she has wrapped up, and she has come down into this dangerous and of course ignorant world, and the purpose is to divinize the human clay, so that these people, these earth will be carried to their divinity's heights, and they will find the own identity, and they will become the divine. So this is the purpose of the mother's incarnation, and the mission, with this mission, with this glorious luminous mission, mother has stooped here. She has come down, and she has taken the incarnation in this dangerous lower nether, dangerous, ignorant, and obscure world. So here Mother Sri Aurobindo quotes, but made this world, these hearts that answered her call. So there is a answer to her call. Some answer is there. The world is not dumbbound, dumbstruck. It is listening to some extent, even if it is not from all. The answer, the call is not from all, but the few. Maybe their number is very much limited, but thing is that it is going on. They actually they feel it is there. So hearts that answered her call, none could stand up her equal but her and her mate. Naturally, it is this is the chimera. This is the main problem with hands. They are not all, because people stay in ordinary ignorant lives, but some people they answered to her call. But the thing is that none stooped to become her equal. None could not stand up her equal and her mate. That was the main criteria. Mother, once you come down, you just come up to my heights, the height of the stature of the soul. So mother expects, let us go and let us become. But thing is that we are not interested even to become the close comrade of our soul. Even we are not on interested to move up, to rise up to the divinity, to her divinity's heights. Then what happened? In vain she stooped to equal them with her heights. Tried, but failed. Still then, that trial is not over. Sure, in the courts, in vain she stooped to equal them with her heights, because these people, they know we have to live in a very contented, very narrow, very limited life scenario, of course. They don't have any interest to rise up from these limits. Too pure that air for small souls to breathe. They are confined. They are happy. They make merry. They are merrymaking with this within these smaller confines. These comrades selves to raise their then too pure that air was for small souls to breathe. They don't only small. They are soul. They are soul. They will become soul. They don't want to cross these limits of the smallness, and they don't want to be great. Even they don't want to know the process of divinization. They are actually least concerned of their the real destiny on what is actually awaiting on the apex of the world. There is a call from there. Instead of hearing all these things, they are happy with the small kind of confines. That is where that is where the actually thing that is to be analyzed really. These comrade selves to raise to her own wide depths. Comrade, mother serum the youth, the word comrade selves. Mother quotes like comrades, like friends. So she is coming and she is trying to equate with the stature of the souls. They want actually mother wants to lead and carry them towards their divinity's heights. That is what her heart desired and fill her with the own power. Mother is trying to build them again and again with her own hand, with her own approximation, with her own strength, so that these people, these lives will be settled up, they will be created, and they will be, of course, lifted up to the divinity's height, and of course, finally to the stature of the Divine Mother's soul. With that, what will happen? Two things are going to happen. One, a diviner force might enter life, our life. It is terrible life. It is actually very small, confined, contented life, and it is, of course, very much incapable. There is no diviner force with it. Only within humanity, human bonds and human strength, human force, it is actually feeling that we are secure. But seeing that mother knows what is the limitation and what is the expression. So a diviner force might enter life, a breath of Godhead. Second, breath of Godhead greater human time. So their time will be enlarged, their time will be actually vast, and of course a diviner force will might enter life. She tried, she leaned down, and she tried to equate, she stooped, and but actually there was a failure. In vain, in vain, in vain, mother fell, here in the course. Although she leaned down to their littleness of the entire earth. To this little days, mother leans down. What is the purpose? With the leanness, she wants to solace. She wants to, of course, lead. She wants to carry them, and she wants to change it, divinize it. But think, although she leaned down to their littleness, covering their lives with the strong, passionate hands, covering their lives with their strong passionate hands, and knew by sympathy, not out of the just theoretically, knew by sympathy their needs and wants, original needs and wants of the human being. She could be able to knew by sympathy, and dived into the shallow wave depths of their lives, shallow wave depths. There is only gulfs, there is only differences, there is only very much cracks, nobody can touch it, there is only breakage, there is differences. And mother dived into them in the shallow wave depths of their lives, and met and shared the heartbeats of their grief and joy. Within 2 points, one is joy, another second point is grief. Within that 2 points, man is merrymaking their living. That is the purpose of their entire purpose of their living. They don't know beyond the grief what will happen, and below and after joy, what if something is there. They are totally unaware. Again, they met and shared the heartbeats of grief and joy, and the bent to heal. Initially, mother has quoted, knew by sympathy their needs and wants, dived into the shallow depths of their lives. Third, met and shared their heartbeats of grief and joy. Again, bent, lean down, then bent to heal their sorrow and their pride. Again, points are there. In one side there is, of course, sorrow. On the second part, next side, there is pride. And mother has has bent down, lean down. Purpose is to make a permanent solution of their littleness. Lavishing the might of their was hers on her lone peak, to live to it their aspirations cry. There is a aspiration. And you can also hear the cry of aspiration, of course. That is possible, we can hear that, there is no problem. But to the aspirations cry, there is no reply. No aspiration only for the four things we aspire: God, immortality, freedom, and light. And excluding these things, whatever we seek for, we yearn for, that is coming under the desire. So there is a aspirations cry. But thing is that we can't be lifted up because our strength is very much confined and very much limited. So mother has actually lavishing the might that was hers on her lone peak. It is on the peak. Lavishly mother tries to lift their aspirations cry, lift it to their aspirations cry, because with the aspiration they can be able to at least to meet, they can become, they can be divinized. That is the purpose. And though she drew their souls into her past, what problem is there? That the souls are drawn by the to into her past of the divine mother, and she is pulling, of course, into her vastness, and surrounded with the silence of her deeps surroundingly. No problem will be there, no assail will be there, no attack will be there, no breakage will be there, there will be absolutely no so there is a surrounded with the silence of her deeps, and held as the great mother holds her own. As one, the great mother covers herself, protects herself, like the mother protects her own child, like this great divine mother is actually surrounding and caring to the these children. Only her earthly surface bore their chains. Only it was after, instead in spite of all these things, all these human attempt and all, everything was found, it is a very temporary, very short, very much limited, and it is only on the surface. Again, her greater self, lived soul unclaimed within, that was the problem. She came down, a world's desire compelled her mortal birth, she took birth, but thing is that people have forgotten whether he has come. The nature soul below and the gods above and the nature soul below were spectators of that tremendous strife. Mother has come, stranger to this bitterest world. She is striving, she is clashing. There is a big clash between death and love. But thing is that we have called her, but actually, as if it seems as if we don't know. Actually, we are unable to know, and the purpose for which for which she is actually here among us, that is totally unknown to us. Her greater self-lived soul, unclaimed within, because ordinarily we find she is living with us, so she is actually living as a human being, playing with us, talking to us, taking care. Everything is it is outward on the surface, but actually her greater self-lived soul unclaimed within. Nobody is coming, nobody is claiming, and she is soul, entirely soul. Then again, a nearness you could feel serenely one. Sometimes a nearness is there, you could feel serenely one. The force in her drew earth's subhuman broods. Here, where we are staying, we are subhuman, vile, because here in this quotation we can remember, man by his own attempt can never become more than a man. With his entire attempt, he can at least touch the human limit. If he is not trying, just sleeping or wasting time, he is somehow a subhuman, a vile. So the force in her, in the mother, drew earth's subhuman broods, and in her spirit's large and pure delight. She joined the ardent, human, magnificent. Then what happens? Man, just he is trying, carrying, leading, aspiring. Everything is being done, but actually there is no answer, no change in the human instruments. For then, that is the contrary things we can find, birds and animals, flower and trees. About this Sri Aurobindo quotes finely, beautifully. She joined the ardent, hued, magnificent life. Just imagine how the wordings have been used, arranged. She joined the ardent, hued, magnificent lives of animal and bird and flower and tree. Then what they are doing? They answer to her with the simple heart. Their heart is very simple. They are answering, they are replying, they are open. But in man, a dim, disturbing somewhat lives. Always man is disturbed. So, because of this ego, everything is filled up, no space for the simplicity, for the God. It knows, but turn away from the divine light. It knows, not that he is not unknown, in what turns away from the divine light, preferring the dark ignorance of the fall. That is what have been the tradition. That has been the way of human life. Among the many who came drawn to her, some people came drawn to her. Nowhere she found the partner of her high tasks. Nobody was prepared, and nobody was able to become the partner of her high task. Not the ordinary playing and moving and all, partner of the high task. The comrade of her soul, her other self. Nobody could be able to become the comrade of her soul, who was made with her like God and nature one. Oh, impossible that like God and nature one, that was found next to impossible. Nobody could claim, nobody could become, in spite of all her trials. Some near approached, were touched, caught fire, then failed. That was the point, because you can't equate something like an enamel with the 24 carat gold. If somehow you dig the gold for years together, after then maybe after many years, if you open it up and wash clean it properly, that is gold. But enamel, within few seconds, everything, that the color, everything will go fade up. So too great was her demand, too pure her force. Nobody could be able to satisfy and the conditions. Thus lighting earth around her like a sun, as the sun surrounds and lights the earth, just like this. And in her inmost sky, she was actually an orb aloof, aloof. She was staying like this. A distance severed her from those most close. From those most close, there was a distance. Of course, it could not be fulfilled. Puissant, apart her soul, as the gods live, like the gods they are living, untouched, undisturbed. Simply they stay in a static condition. They don't interfere with the human life, and the human life they let loose this human lives. You go and do whatever like this. So like this, mother feels everything is like this. In spite of all the attempts and all, people are not in a position to become the comrade of the souls, partner of her high task, for whom he is actually she has come with the mission. That was with the purpose of all the arrival, divinization, perfection, transformation, new building, new creation, for who is this great perplexed world is not prepared, and this race is at all not prepared, even ignorant. Thank you. Vande Mataram.